Yeah, the white dash does not conform with the roundness in my workshop. So yeah, had to pull this out of the storage closet and set it up here. But I think tomorrow I'll just go get some more wood, build another desk, put some wheels on it so I can roll it around and do what I need to do. Hello everyone, welcome back. Going to answer some questions. This is the first one, so bear with me. I hope I don't ramble all over the place and just give you guys nonsense, but we're gonna give it a shot, all right? Like I said, again, not that many, but I had a lot of people ask me questions, and that's what this video is about. Answer those questions from, you got a question for me. Don't know how to really start off, but this is how we're gonna do it. All right, so Isaiah Furrow, I hope I'm saying that right, Isaiah Furrow, he had a question for me. His question is, do you have any clubs, tracks nearby, or any plans to do some racing? Don't have any plans of doing any racing. Barely have enough time. Barely have enough time to go out to the back 40 or the side yard and run some RC cars. I am granddaddy daycare. I have property I have to take care of, and I am the what you would call the caretaker of this property in-house. Wife works full-time. She works at home, and sometimes then she works at work. She has to drive at least for an hour to get to work. So yeah, I'm the be-all, do-all. So barely have enough time to, again, get things prepped and to go do some racing. That takes a lot of dedication and a lot of time away from family and friends, and that's not me. I've spent too many years away from family and friends. The job I had, so I don't plan on doing it anymore. I love being home. I love being the granddad, daycare. Love being the house husband. It's something I like doing. All right. About the clubs and tracks. Don't know about any clubs around here. I know there's one track near my house. It's about, you can say, a stone's throw away from here. I'm not talking about the back 40 track either. I'm talking about one that's near a park. It's in a park, and that's about 5 minutes away from here. But it's mainly designed like for 10 scale RC cars, short course trucks. Has a lot of jumps and curves and everything else. I'm not, I don't mind doing that, but if I got to drive somewhere to have fun, then I don't need to have fun. So that's why I built the track on the back 40, and I'm about to revamp that again this spring, this coming up. Might add 1 or 2 jumps into it, might change some of those turns or add something else into it. You never know. You'll find out when it happens. So, it is what it is. Sorry, but it is what it is. Okay, so Adam from Adam Playground, he had this question. What is your top 3 RCs in your collection? It can be the most sentimental, most fun, or just the coolest. All right, so yeah, top 3. You see him up here already. All right, so most sentimental. Let's start off with that. Most sentimental. We're gonna go with the USA 1, and the reason why I say it's most sentimental. When I started my channel, a gentleman named RC Elf tried to get in contact with me. Couldn't reach me, so he went out to Shin RC, or he got in touch with a couple people, and Shin RC contacted me and said, "Hey man, you need to get in touch with the RC Elf because he needs to talk to you." I'm like, okay. Sent him an email, asked him what did he want. He asked me if I wanted a RC donated to me or gifted to me. I'm like, yeah, I don't mind. And then he explained the reason why, and I'm like, well, we had a little conversation, and the conversation, I just had to let him know that, I am a vet, but not disabled. But he was like, yeah, you have a good channel, and I just want to gift this vehicle to you. And he told me what it was, and as soon as he told me what it was, I was on the computer looking up to see what it was, because I'm like, I don't want to accept anything that I'm not going to have fun with, and it's just going to sit on the shelf and just be there. All right. But he said the USA won, and I went online, looked at it from Kyosho. I'm like, that thing cost that much, and you want to gift it to me? Okay. And I explained to him and said, hey, you know how much this thing costs? Yes, but don't worry about it. Like, it's a gift. So yeah, that's the most sentimental. The coolest. Okay, I'm not going to say it's the coolest, but it is my toughest one out here, and that is my fire team. That that was the first vehicle on the channel. That was the first one I bashed. That was the first one I jumped. That was the first one that's well, not the first one I jumped, but that was the first one that has taken a lot of abuse. When it first came out, not too many people was interested in it. I'm like, you guys have no idea what this vehicle's all about. I didn't either until I started messing with it. So yeah, that is my tough one right there. The next one is Radnot, Arminitorius. I can't. That's my first success. She ain't going nowhere. Radnot's not going anywhere. Okay, I'll take that back. Okay, and you'll see why I said that. I love the Radnot, but yeah, okay. So yeah, that's my top three. Well, hold on. And the Creighton 4S, I want to say it's the V2. When I got into the hobby, I was looking at small 10 scales, and Creighton 4S was the one that was on Horizon Hobby that I wanted to get. But again, I wasn't sure if I was going to be in the hobby or whatever. But when I went online at Horizon Hobby, it was discontinued. I'm like, discontinued? Why is it discontinued? So that's why Radnot came up, or Arminitorius. I got that as my first success. All right, and I went to Banggood and picked up a Pirates 3, which was a 4S 1/8 scale basher. That has been revamped, and it really got destroyed, so it's no longer on the channel. I bent that chassis and everything else, and it just got destroyed. But this one here, everything you see on it and in it, I personally purchased. I built this from the ground up, everyone. I built this from the chassis. I purchased all the parts, all the pieces, the motor, the ESC, the bars, the diff covers, the front bumper, the rear bumper, the tires, the center drive shaft. Everything that you see on here and in here, I purchased just for the sole purpose of building the one that I really wanted. So yeah, because I really wanted it. And building it from scratch gave me a lot of insight of how an RC actually is put together and why it's put together. Why you have camber, why you have toe. Why is the drive shaft, center drive shaft composite instead of metal? Cost effective, but still works. Why they're using slipper clutch instead of using a straight line drive from front to rear, center diff or the rear diff being the main drive for the vehicle. Again, building that from scratch, it took me a week to build it from scratch. So yeah, those are my top three. But again, you'll see something in a few minutes when I roll this question out that you'll hear people saying, oh, you really sure about that? Yeah, I'm really sure about that. All right, next question, RC Bird. All right, so here we go. I'm back. Just had an emergency real quick. So RC Bird, this question is, I see a lot of great trimmed lawn in your videos, almost until the horizon. Who mows this all? Is it Notorious or Radnot? All right, so Notorious and Radnot are both the same. That's Notorious, and that's Radnot. They're both the same. Neither one of them touch the lawn unless they're driving on it, and I'm just driving like a madman out there. I take care of everything. I had a bad boy lawnmower, Outlaw. Drove that for 10 and a half years until it died on me 2 years ago. Then I had to go pick up a, what is it called? A Cheetah 2. Yeah, Cheetah 2. And that's what I use. I use a zero-turn lawnmower to cut my grass. So I take care of everything. Down trees, me and my big blue Massimo 450 450 buck UTV, side by side UTV. So yeah, I do it all. It's just me. Got to stay healthy and fit to do that. Oh, so yeah, it's just me, Dirk, just me. I do it all. Take care of Milan. All right, so all RC fun. His was, what has surprised you the most about the RC hobby? So for that question, I've got to answer a couple ways. Number one is the community. If you get with a good community, they will help you grow. You can't do anything without a community. You can't do anything without somebody else saying, hey, you might want to go check this person out. You're not going to grow. Even if you get 1,000 subscribers, somebody else is going to say, look, hey, you might want to check out this channel, might be what you're looking at. Like I said, again, when I started this channel, I'll save this for the ninth question, because this person asked me why that certain question. So yeah, it's the community. Community has been great for me. Like I said, again, I got Fab 11 and more now. The technology, this is another part of the technology again, where I started on this hobby. Yes, I didn't start it, but it was nickel metal hydride when I started this channel. It was still LiPo, nickel metal hydride, life, and everything else. But they've gotten more advanced with their ESCs now. They've got 84-bit, terabyte cards in them, or whatever you want to call it. I'm not a computer whiz, but motors and ESC has gotten more and more efficient for every year that I've been, again, every year since the hobby has been created. The vehicles have gotten more robust, more durable. Still have a few that, not every company don't have a vehicle that's not going to have any defect on them, or break because, somebody's not driving it correctly. If they are driving it correctly and hit something wrong, it snaps and somebody complains. It's not all about that. What else? Is being able to actually meet new people. I know it's not anything that's surprising to a lot of people, but for me to meet Adam, and again, he's nearby and I can have fun with him. He can come over, I can go to his house and we can just rip and run cars, bikes, Tamiya's, whatever we got, some crawlers. It's that community. Without the community, you're not going to grow. That's just a fact. So if you think you can do this on your own, not have anybody else help you out and support you, or say, hey, look, you might want to check out this channel because you might like what this person's actually doing, you're really not going to grow, guys. Even if you're on YouTube, you still got to have somebody else to help push your stuff out when you first get started. And that's what the Fab 11 done for me. So that's the surprising part, just having that community to have you and encourage you to keep going. And I'm still going to go no matter what happens. If I hit a certain mark every year, I don't put myself in a position where I'm looking to hit this before the end of this year. I'm looking at next year as far as where should I be at? Where do I want to be at? I do have that in mind, where do I want to be at, but I need to be realistic too. Again, I can't go out here and buy every $700, $600 car and run it and show it and give you a review on it. That's not realistic. I don't have that money. So I get things that I like, that catches my eye, and I run them. So you've heard me say that multiple times. All right, so JFRC, John Foster. Okay, so this is one of the ones from Adams too, so pay close attention. JFRC, if you had to give up all but one of your RC cars, which one would be the one that you would keep? Some of you might be shocked. Some of you might be shocked. It'd be the USA 1. It'd be the USA 1, guys. Again, going back to our All RC Fun, it's the community. It's the thing that somebody will do for you to help you grow. RCF gifted that to me. I trust me, I like every car that I had, but if I had to give up all of them except for one, I'd keep the USA one. Radnot and the fire team has been my best bashers, beast of a machines. I really haven't had to replace too much on either one of them, except for the bodies and maybe one drive shaft, a front arm, a back arm, and wing mount. But yeah, can't get rid of that one. That was gifted to me. Man I've never met, just wanted to help out. So that one will stay. That one will stay. And if I have Carmen and Alma RC be like, hey dude, you just threw us under the bus, then I'm like, okay, you guys should understand why I threw you under the bus, because I can get rid of y'all and start over again. That one I'm not getting rid of. That was a gift, so it's staying. So, like I said again, some of you might be surprised, some of you might not, but yeah, that's the only one I would keep. All right, so Riot, Paul from Riot's Place, he asked this question: what class and what scale do you like best? All right. Honestly, I like 7 scale, but there's not that many 7 scales out there. I like the monster trucks. I like the fire team. I like to get my hands on the Mojave EXB, but again, those have been discontinued. But it's a 7th scale because it puts in between the 5th and the 8th scales. Not too big, it's not too small, but I can put power to it to a point where I get this adrenaline rush. And some people might think this is a adrenaline junkie, that I am a adrenaline junkie, but I'm not. I can't even get that out, but I'm not. Just to watch something that's supposed to be a toy rip down my back 40 at 50 miles an hour it's something that is truly, to me, amazing. To see something like this rip down my back 40 at 40 miles an hour is truly amazing. To see a 5th scale that's probably on the street hit 50 miles an hour, do 45 miles an hour on the back 40 on my backyard or my property it's amazing. But the favorite that I like are 7th scale monster trucks. So, all right, Paul, so you know the deal. I like 7th scale monster trucks, dude. So, don't hate me on that. Ain't like I don't like my buggies. I'm starting to get into the buggies now. I should have one here, and after I get done here, I got to go order the one that I really want to do. So yeah, what class and scale do I like? 7th scale monster trucks. Okay, so monster trucks and buggies. Now, if somebody comes out with another 7th scale buggy like Team Crowley did, I'll be on that in a heartbeat. I really would. But it's got to prove itself first, right? Meaning that I don't really base anything off an influencer, but I will check it out if something new, like when the Suga came out. He didn't see too many influences out there, so I took a chance. I'm like, I'll get that thing and take it out there and give it a rip, see what it's all about. It's a blast run. Ask Adam. He knows. He's like, can you even get it up full speed? You gotta take it out a little further. Okay, so Nern, new subscriber. His is, what part of the country do you live in? I live in the East Coast. I live in Virginia, close to DC. I'll say about an hour away from DC. That's where I live at. So, yeah, I'm live out here in the country, between 2 counties, King George and Stafford County. So they call it the Wildcat Corner. Take a wild guess why I call it Wildcat Corner. I don't know. I've never figured that one out. But yeah, I live in Virginia. So, all right. So let me get this right. Urban Legend RC. He asked me. He said, "Is the Sky RC SR5 worth $175?" Let's see. It's not a Losi Pro Moto. Losi Pro Moto is and it's a class on its own. If you can get if you're looking at picking it up If you can get your hands on it, put a battery in. If they let you put a battery in it, if it has the control and everything else, and it runs decently, I said $175. Yeah, it's worth $175. But if you put a battery in it and you don't hear that gyro starts up as soon as you plug that battery in, I'd say no, because now you got to pay money just to get a new gyro. The gyro's not tying if it's like so you're going to spend for that new gyro, and you got to wire it up and everything else. So, and if the program card for that is behind the seat, on top of that seat is faulty too, then you look at, if you can get your hands on it, they let you put a battery in it, let you rip it around the parking lot a little bit, let you rip it around for about 5 minutes, and then if it works and there's nothing wobbling, nothing smacking, you don't hear any strange noise out of it besides the gyro, I say yes, it's worth $175. The bike's about 10 years old. Why is it still going for $300, $400, $500? I don't know. That's off AliExpress. So that deal's no longer there though. So if you're looking at AliExpress and seeing that deal's gonna be there, I've looked and it's not there anymore. I don't know if that link that I put in there for the Sky RC SR5 is still accurate. I just got to go back and check it out. And if it is, get to the closest one that's the lowest price for it. But if there's nothing wrong with it and that gyro spins up and that computer chip for it still works and they want to sell it to you $175, I'll go ahead and get it. You have another bike, again, it's not a Promoto, not replace a Promoto. So yeah, I'd go ahead and get it. It'd be something else fun to drive. So, all right, so Ready Set RC, I dig his channel. Ready Set RC, this is his question. What got you started into having an RC YouTube channel? I would say that's a hard one to answer, but it's not. It's very easy for me to answer this question. Because I just wanted to. Not for the money. When I retired, I'm like, I gotta have something I gotta do besides just run RC cars. I knew I was gonna do this. I knew I was gonna have RC cars. I didn't know I was gonna have this many RC cars. I thought I might have 4, 5, 6, 7 RC cars from 5th scales to 8th scale to 10 scales. See, I was not thinking about 14th to 16th scales, but it happened. So, you know, it is what it is. I wanted something to do. If I can just show somebody that this is a fun hobby. Yes, you're gonna spend some time wrenching. You're gonna spend some time figuring out if you wanna upgrade, because again, you don't really have to upgrade a lot of these RC cars. As long as you don't, like, if you're not a big basher, I mean like big basher, like sitting your RC car 30, 40, 50 feet up in the air, then you have to worry about it. Are you gonna break a few parts? Yes, you're gonna break a few parts, but I just wanted somebody else to encourage somebody else to just have fun, join the hobby. Say, hey, Al, thank you. I like it, man. You point me in the right direction, something that will keep me busy, you know, on things that I want to do. So this is an easy question. I got into I started the YouTube channel just so I can try to encourage at least 1 or 2 people, no longer how many times my channel's been up or how long it's been up, to actually try the hobby. If they like it, enjoy it, have fun with it. I know my banner says reviews. My review for you guys is, if I'm having fun and if it breaks, it breaks, but I'm having fun. Can I fix it? Yes, I can fix it. Am I going to bash the company for something that broke because of my driving skills? No, I'm not going to blame anybody. Now, if it came out defective, if it didn't work like it's supposed to work, will I say something about it? Yeah, I will say something about it. Just to try to encourage somebody else to have fun, to enjoy, to join the hobby. I mean, you got people who build Legos. I build them too. So I don't spend all my time on that, because that's like you put your hands on it for 4 or 5 days and then you put it up. It's a showcase. These, I get to have fun with. I get to run them. I get to have fun with it. I get to enjoy it and show people that, you know, you got more than Armor, Traxxas, Low C, Team Corrali. You got so many companies out there that somebody's always gonna be a fanboy. Somebody's gonna start off with one company and always be that one company. I call it your comfort zone, your comfort company. That's the company that you always go to no matter what. You can branch off to other companies, but that one company will always be there for you because that's what you like. That's what you trust in. They haven't done you wrong yet. So I probably went off on a tantrum and went off to the left-hand side or right-hand side field. But why did I start a YouTube channel? I wanted somebody else to see me have fun, and I want somebody else to have fun. I wanted to encourage somebody else to have fun and enjoy the hobby. All right. All right. So if that didn't satisfy answers or question for that one, I don't know what will, because I didn't get this channel, start this channel to try to make money. I did not do that. I did it because it gave me something to do. It gave me something to keep my mind busy, to keep me focused on, okay, I like this. Let's see if somebody else liked it. Okay, no, not many people are interested in it. Okay, how about this one? I got a lot of hits on that one. Okay, that's cool. Oh, somebody said, oh, I got an email or a message in the below saying, hey, Al, I just picked one of those up. Good for you, man. If you can send me a pic, I like it, just let me know what you think about it. If somebody said they just picked one up, I'll tell them, hey, what do you think about it? What do you think about the vehicle? Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you see some of the problems with? So again, here I go again, off the left field. So I started the channel so I can have fun and try to encourage somebody else to join the hobby and have fun too. That's a simple thing. All right, so hope I get this right. Dan Jazz. Dan Jazz. Okay. Which basher out of the box would you recommend? He's got 3 parts. And what upgrades would you recommend, if any? What recent or upcoming releases has your interest? All right, so let's start with the first part of it. Which basher out of the box would I recommend? I wouldn't. Everybody has their they have something in mind that they want to look at already, all right? If you're new to the hobby and you're starting off and you really don't understand or know what you like or what you want, I'd say go to the hobby store. Go to any local hobby store that's nearby. You ask them, hey, look, I'm a beginner. What do you recommend? They're going to ask you these questions. They should ask you a couple questions like, is there a certain company you like? We have Armor, we have Traxxas, we have Losi, we have Habao, or we have Kyosho, whatever's in there. And they're like, okay, so what do you want to spend on? Because if you pick up something that you spend a lot of money on and you don't like it, you're stuck with that product. Hello, you're stuck with the product unless you want to sell it on eBay, and you're not going to get the same price for it. If you think you're going to get the same price, it's going to sit there for quite a while. So I don't recommend any out-of-the-box bashers. That's just me. I'm not going to do that to you. If you like a certain company and you ask me, hey, I like Armor, so what do you think as a beginner I should start off with? I'll tell you, hey, look, are you looking to be on the street? Are you looking to be in both the street and grass? Or are you looking to be in the backyard, in the grass, in the dirt, jumping off hills, jumping off ramps and everything else? Then I'll probably give you some suggestions. I started, hey, since you're starting off, you might not like what I'm about to say, well, why don't you start off with the granite? The 10th scale granite. It's tough, it's doable. Or if you're with Traxxas, why don't you start off with the Stampede, or why don't you start off with the Rustler? Both of them can go in the grass, both of them go in the street. Something like that. A lot of people try to influence somebody to say, hey, look, you might want to get this, and you be spending like $500, $600, and you're like, I don't like it. If you start off with something that you can afford, you can start working on repairing it. Go on to YouTube, find out how to fix this certain problem, how to upgrade if you want to upgrade. Me personally, my upgrades that I normally do are my motor and ESCs, right? It didn't give me what I wanted, so I'm trying to find something else to give me what I want as far as like the power and speed. So I upgrade the motor. I upgrade my ESC, I upgrade my motor. I upgraded from Spectrum receivers and transmitter to radio link because I want that long distance. I wanted to get a little further out because my property here, I can go to one corner and send it to another corner. And sometimes on my 10 scales with the Armor stuff, it didn't reach out. I kind of lost signal and I had to go get closer to bring it back. Radio link, I can take this from one corner of my property into my property and send it down the farmer's field, his dirt road, and just keep going. I'm like, okay, that's cool. You don't really need to go out that far, but I can do that. So yeah, upgrade when you need to upgrade, meaning if you're going to be a 40, 50, 60 foot uh, jumper on an RC car, I'd say, yeah, upgrade the chassis, upgrade the bracing for it. That's what you need to upgrade, because that's it. Chassis brakes or bends, depending if you're getting a metal chassis or composite chassis, upgrade those. Upgrade the thing that's going to make it stronger. You don't really have to upgrade the motor if you like the motor in ESC, but to make it durable, upgrade the chassis and all the links and bearings and everything else. So that's what I would do. That's what I would recommend. But I mean, it's up to you. If you like a certain company, go with it. Don't go all the way to it with it though. And the reason why I say that, because I was in a hobby store, my local hobby store, Hobby Town, Fredericksburg, and this young kid came in. This is months ago, but this is one thing that sticks in my mind. This young kid came in and said, "Hey, mom, that's the one I want." And the lady, she did not understand what she was about to buy her son, and her son picked up the X-Max, and he never had driven a RC before. And she's like, "Okay." I'm looking around, and I guess the manager of the store was like, "Okay." So he asked this question, "Ma'am, sir, I mean, has he ever driven an RC car before?" She said, "No." It's like, "Do you know how much this RC car costs?" She said, "No." And she told him, she said, "Okay, well, that's what he wants." Like, "Do you know how much repair is going to cost?" "Not that much, but if something breaks, you have to repair it. Or if you bring it to us, we will repair it and we have to charge you for it." And then she thought about it. He's like, "Okay, so what do you recommend?" And he kind of pointed them out. And the young man kind of lost interest, because he won the X-Max, but was not really prepared to actually fix it if it broke. Because his mom's like, if you break it, you're going to fix it. We buy the parts, you fix it. He kind of lost interest in on that one. So again, I got off the right field again, left field again. So I'm sorry, but yeah, that's what that's what it is. All right, so upgrade when you have to upgrade. If you're going to be one of those heavy bashers, my suggestion is, if you got a metal chassis, upgrade the chassis brace. If it's a center to center or center to chassis brace, upgrade those. You got lots of people out there. You got Torch RC, you got M2C. They're M2C, they have good products. You got a bunch of companies out there you can pick from. You can mix, max, and everything else. Buy some stuff off eBay, you're taking a chance, because again, some of the specs might not match what the car is all about, and some of it will, but again, you're taking a chance with that. If you're going to upgrade with a reputable people who's been out there in the business doing this for quite a long time and still are improving their product. So that's my suggestion. All right, so yeah, the last part of that is, what recent or upcoming releases has your interest? Somebody's about to get mad at me, but the new Notorious 6S V6. Don't throw that comment on me, buddy. That they just came out with the new Promoto SM. I'm not too sure. It's kind of got me wondering about it, but I'm not too sure. New releases. Oh, don't get me wrong, guys. I do have my eyes set on that Max Slash. I'm not too sure right now. Also got my interest is two of them that's off AliExpress. FSR has one, and FSR, you guys know I have FSR, the Model DT. They also have King Kong has one, short course truck, 1/7 scale, has my interest. So there's a few out there that have my interest. Now, like I told Adam, if I can find me a Mad Bull, to me a Mad Bull, I get one of those kits and put it together. Oh, and by the way, yeah, from the last question, what kit is on my mind? Yeah, that will be. Oh, sorry, I've already answered that one. Okay, so all right, so yeah, Dan Jazz, yeah, those right there. Notorious 6S V6, the Lucy Promoto SM. Again, it's got me peaked a little bit, but not to the point where I got to go out there and buy it. Not too much about it, because again, they have it's the same platform as the Lucy Promoto XM MX is. but it is now the street, the Promoto, as they so call it, right? Street tires, shorts have been the forks have been shortened just a little bit. A few small minor changes on there, but not enough to really want me to. We're just gonna leave it at that. I just gotta see more, read more about it, and yes, I'm gonna look at other influencers who actually drive it and figure out something I really want. Because again, I can go ahead and spend $80 and turn that Promoto over there into a Promoto, the SM model. I can do that for less than what I buy it for, and still I can change it over again to the MX if I wanted to. I don't know. We'll see. Again, and the Yin Kong and the FSR. And both of those are 1/7 scale short course trucks. Those got my interest. Oh, and Rock Hobby from FMS, since FMS now took over Rock Hobby at UT4. Yeah. Yeah. That looks pretty cool. That looks really cool. All right, so the last question is from Uncle Bob. He said, if you had to build a kit, what kit is on your radar that you would like to build? Again, if I can find that Mad Bull, I would build it. It's just something about that Mad Bull. Again, if you haven't built a Tamiya, or if you haven't driven a Tamiya, I had that misconception too. I had a misconception about Tamiyas when it first started the hobby. Like, yeah, no, they're not very durable. They won't last what I want to do. Some of them won't last with what I like to do out here in my back 40. I drive like a madman. I just drive that thing and as fast and as far as and hard as I want to, and they've survived. Not too sure that all Tamiyas are going to survive, but again, that Mad Bull is something about Mad Bull. Those front tires not staying on the ground 90% of the time, but it's staying planted, and it's just something to watch and something to look at, and something cool to have in your collection. And you're like, I just can't believe that this thing designed to do this, and still you can have fun with it. The way it's designed, I don't know if it's supposed to be a basher or just a joker, because he's a joker. I drove Adams, I'm like, I just can't, I couldn't stop smiling. As you can see now, I can't stop smiling about it either. It's just watching that little thing, just how it acts and how it drives. You gotta have one. You gotta have one. If that's the only Tamiya you buy, you know why I said you just gotta have it, because it's a blast. You just go and sit in your back 40 or sit in your chair in the backyard and just drive that thing, and you be smiling all day long because you don't know what it's going to do the entire time you're driving it. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm sorry. Just me going back to Adam's house and driving that Mad Bull. If I can get my hands on the Mad Bull, the kit, and build it from the kit, I do that. That's one kit. Really, there's a Techno ET or EB 410, and that's the 10 scale. It's like these two here, the PR Racing and the Hyper TT 2.0. It's like these. It's that small. I'd like to build that one. Something about that one it's a true race buggy, 10 scale race buggy. Just like this one, this is a race buggy too, but it's built for durability too. Again, the highest my ramp will throw a car, if I hit it full speed, is maybe, I would say 20, 25, 30 feet. That's the max. And if you guys notice, I don't hit the thing full speed. I might hit it half speed, 3/4 throttle. That's about it. But yeah, I like to get my hands on one of those and build it. It costs a lot more than this and this put together. If I put these two together, I can purchase. If I sell these two, I can purchase it. How much it costs? These two are kits. Okay, so 260, 270. Yeah. The Techno ET EB 410 is maybe, I want to say it's like $465, $470. That's just for the 10 scale one. Higher you go up, the more it costs. But we'll see. There's a few kits out there I'd like to get my hands on. those two are one of them that I would like to get my hands on. Again, that's might have to wait a little bit longer, but again, it is what it is, guys. We'll see what happens. I've got a few things out here. Oh, I did you guys know that the NASCAR, low seat NASCAR has, I won't say been discontinued. They stopped making them. I think they call it guess they're going to revamp that like they did the Grom series. They're going to revamp it, put a brushless system in it. I guess put that gyro system in. I don't know. I just know that I went online to try to get that so I can do a adoption with it, but didn't happen. So yeah, everyone. So that's it for this session. So if I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys are learning something about me. Yeah, I like to do more of these. I like to get more participation also. Maybe if I put it out like on a Wednesday one week and then answer that question on a Friday of that week. What do you guys think? Give people more time if they want to actually ask questions instead of like put it out like I did on this Wednesday and then answer the question Sunday. So you guys let me know what you think. Put your thoughts below. Put your comments below. All right. Yeah. Sorry if I surprised you, but yeah, if I had to keep one, it'd be that one. I love Notorious. I love the Fire Team, but if I had to keep one, it'd be that one. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. My karma from all my wounds from all the RC cards. Like, yeah, dude, we're gonna have you have some nightmares tonight because of all this. Just gonna give us away and not think about it. No, I thought about it. You guys got to think about it. I thought about it hard on that question. So, all right, everyone. So you know the deal. Hit the like button, share it with your friend, leave comments down below. All right. If you want to see more of this, leave the comments below. If you want to see me do this, probably every 3 or 4 months. If you don't want to see this again, it's right now you don't want to see it again now. You're taking up too much of our time. I can understand that. All right. Again, it's my first one. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'd like to see a lot more people participate. So, all right, everyone. So you know the deal. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. That's all I'm asking you to do. You got a question for me? We're out.